the teammates link as well?
Sure. Ah, shit, my test failed. Ah, I see. Okay.
Okay, this is it. And we'll share my desktop. Okay, so we're here. Could you probably see the errors I'm getting on the share screen here? Because we would waste much time if I should rerun all the tests again.
Okay, no problem. Could you just, well, I mean, we can rerun them step by step. So, I mean, your guard is running, right? So if we just go, for example, to Hangouts controller, let's have a look at that one.
Okay. And I decided last night to reset the database and to reseed it again, so I didn't miss any new information or something like that, if that would be a problem, but they were still failing afterwards.
Actually, I'm getting some failures in my Heroku instance for some reason. No failures.
Yeah, that's strange.
Okay, let's try now.
Okay.
Let's try the articles.
Then static page model, yeah?
No, try the articles one. That one has a lot of stuff failing.
Okay, articles controller. Okay, I'm starting to wonder what's going on. I mean, this all failed when...
Next time you get a failure, you just call me and it fixes itself.
Yeah, that's nice.
Works for my wife. You know, whenever something breaks, she just calls me. I come there. I'm like, "What's the problem?" It works.
Yeah, it disappears as it sees you. Yeah, that's odd. I mean, what should I do in that case? I mean, they are failing at when I run them all, and there's no problem afterwards.
Yeah, well, actually, it happens sometimes. So, I don't know. Let's have a look. Go back to that screen with errors. How did you run the test, I wonder?
Well, I did wrote something like Zeus RSpec.
Ah, okay, slide. That makes sense. Zeus gives errors. Sometimes you don't understand why, but if you're using Zeus is a great tool. I've been using it for some time.
Okay.
Then I just got a faster computer and I'm not using it anymore. But Zeus works fine. Sometimes when it gives you errors, the first thing to do is restart Zeus server.
Or try to run it without Zeus if possible.
Or try running without Zeus. But in my experience, Zeus usually works just fine with Cucumber, but with RSpec, it gives you errors quite regularly.
Okay, I see.
So usually I used Zeus. You know, when I wanted to run all the specs, I would never do that with Zeus. I would just do it with Rake. Just run Rake and run all the tests. But if I'm using God, I would use Zeus because usually when you edit something and you save the file, that runs only one or two tests. And
Yeah.
Zeus seems to give errors when it runs many tests at the same time.
Okay. So I will run the specs again separately without Zeus, and we'll let you know if there are some errors or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, Rake, you can just run Aspec or Cucumber to run them different, but Rake runs all the tests, just Rake without Aspec.
Oh, okay. But I did run the cucumber tests last night, and they did all pass. So
Okay, then just Aspec, and that should be okay.
So Raycar spec is okay. It will run
Yeah, it's
all
the
the
same
specs.
thing. It's the same thing as Aspec.
Okay, because I tried running like Zeus RSpec, but it said it didn't know what to run. Okay, so Rake aborted. Don't know how to
Oh,
build.
that's why. Right. With Zeus, you have to do Zeus Aspec spec, as in spec folder.
That's how I did. And with Rake, is it just the same, or it's Rake spec?
With Aspec, just you don't need Rake. Just do Aspec spec.
RSpec spec. Okay.
Because Rake is good when you need to run, several things one after another. Like first run Cucumber, then run spec, then do some seed, then do some migrations, whatever.
Well,
Okay.
there's a
All right.
pending
Okay. That
migration.
explains a little bit.
Yeah, although I think I migrated last night.
Yeah, but have you migrated the test database?
I think I did, because there was after I reset the database, I ran migrations, and then I think it said to rerun on, because basically if I didn't had a build tested, or just a few migrations, that might be.
I usually after I do the migrations, I always do rake db test prepare just to be sure. Because I've had this problem so many times, now I just always do it.
Yeah, and yeah, as far as I remember, I tried doing it once, but then it said that prepare was going to it's deprecated and something like that.
It is
Or
deprecated, but I still use it. It's just quick instead of writing the env equals test whatever.
And here's something strange. I mean, it says everything is okay with 38 examples, but I think they should be more, or no.
Try again. Strange.
Because last night it took quite some time running all the specs, and now just today it seems suspicious. Oh wait, it's I did I did set up the Osra project earlier today because I wanted to have a look and probably join some stories there as well. So
All right,
that's
yeah, exactly.
why,
You're an OSA.
yeah, yeah. I started reading the folder path, and then I realized. So our spec. So have you decided what project are you going to join?
Well, most likely I will start a new project on Monday.
Okay.
I was thinking about that project for a long, long time, but I was just, I was getting, I really wanted to finish a few things on website one, get that Hangouts thing working, and joining things and like all kinds of things on website one. But I guess now it's time to start a new project, I guess. So you are very welcome. Um, I will
Thank you.
I will put all the details on website one and Slack on Monday. I will have a meeting. I already have a very experienced. We already have a very experienced tech lead, a guy with 7 years of experience in Rails programming. And he's a tech
Or
lead.
the one you spoke about
Yeah,
in Tenerife, you had meeting with him.
yeah, that's the guy.
Cool.
So we will meet this weekend and discuss all the details. And yeah, and basically is going to be a project about two things. First thing is to make the product, which will be a sort of a community. But I will describe it more. I still need to think about the minimal viable product and stuff. But the second part of the project is actually creating a perfect development team. Like I really want to create as much as it is possible a perfect environment when it's very clear how decisions are made, and everybody knows what's happening. Everybody can make feedback, and everybody will be heard, and we can vote on things. So basically, I want to create like I want to create a perfect flow, a development flow, and a perfect team with perfect tools for it, and the perfect platform. So we'll start using Website One as a platform for a start, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, if we can sort of affect the way website is evolving, but then Website One is evolving, then cool. Okay, but now I'm thinking, if it's going to be a problem affecting how Website One is evolving, maybe we'll start thinking about, building our own platform. Because I have so many ideas, how to do different things, and for example, this like pairing sessions, like now.
Yeah.
I mean, I had so many ideas, how to make a pairing session really productive. Instead of just sitting in a session for 3 hours doing something, how to make it really productive. And I was thinking it would be really cool if, how we have this Hangout application sidebar, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking it would be really cool to have like agenda there with some tasks. You can have like tick boxes saying this task is finished, and then anything we discuss in the chat gets saved and attached to the session. So when you watch the session, you can actually, you can browse the links, all the details and stuff. So there are a lot of things I want to do, and it is very slow in Website One.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Okay, I will look forward to see the project started, and I will consider joining it. Frankly, I have some concerns, or I don't know how to say. I mean, first, I'm not sure if I'm going to be experienced enough.
Don't worry about that. That doesn't matter at all. I mean, as I said, the whole project is about creating a perfect development team, and part of that, I want to find the path which is very easy. When a new guy comes in, he doesn't know much about the project, but it's very quickly for him to become experienced and work in it. That's the idea about the second part of the project.
Yeah, it would be interesting for me to start a new project from the ground up, because currently I'm kind not very satisfied about the stories in website one, basically because of they're mostly like I have done basically 4 stories maybe, and 2 of them are being mostly related to JavaScript, and I'm mostly interested in Ruby, so yeah, that's the reason I would I was considering to join also, because it's in a much earlier state and there's a lot of things that need to be done in Ruby there, and not so much marketing stuff and JS. Although JS is pretty interesting, but it's not my focus at the moment. So I will probably join a second project soon, but I haven't yet decided if it would be Austria or something else. So yeah, I
Well,
will look forward.
yeah, I mean, personally, I would, I would recommend if you have time to join several projects at the same time, like Website One, Ostra, maybe this new project,
Mm-hmm.
because at first it is difficult to switch from one project to another. You've been doing this thing, but then you're doing another thing.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, when you learn how to make a story atomic, um,
Yeah.
like complete, and when you learn how to, make an atomic pull request, it will be a lot easier for you to switch from one project to another. And I think that's a very good skill, be switching from one project to another.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I don't mean to abandon website one, or I'm just going to try to pull off two projects at the same time, because at the moment with website one I am not too much occupied. So yeah, I would join few
Yeah,
projects.
I mean, we'll see how it goes, because
Yeah.
it's going to be a new experience for me anyway. Well, I mean, it's going to be a new experience for me running a project like a distributed project like this.
Hmm.
But then,
Hmm.
yeah, as I said, the second
Yeah.
part of the project is finding the solution of how to run a project so so it works well.
Yeah,
Um,
sure. It
so,
sure is
and
a tough job.
your input would be very welcome and valuable as well because you also had experience running projects. Um,
Yeah.
so it would be interesting to discuss. But anyway, yeah, let's not plan too much ahead. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And you
By
test,
the way, I
yeah,
yeah, it seemed all the tests passed, so I will take a note of that and will run all the tests without Zeus in future.
yeah.
So I'm going to make a commit now, and we'll probably, I don't know, probably look at some Austria stuff, because I didn't want to start the story without Christopher.
Right, right. He'll be around today, I guess. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions about, website one and stuff, just catch me on general
Mhm.
channel. I'll be there. I'll be very happy to help. No problem. I remember quite a lot.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Thank you. I will remember that, and
No
we'll
problem.
we'll see. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool.
All right.
So catch up later, and thank you for your
See you
help.
later. See you later. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye bye.